We can hear gunshots in the distance. The snow! Hey, it's Knockout Adventures. I'm Kevin. Juan and I just got back from Vietnam. The snow is still here. It's mid-April and it's plus 11. So Trent and I are taking our Broncos out on the Canadian Shield. We're gonna see how far we can make it. Both of us have got winches. I just installed my winch 2 days ago. And we both have PPF. Last time we went out, it was a tight trail and there was a bunch of scratches. Trent had some damage to his vehicle, but I think he's fixed it.
I got a rough country rear bumper.
And why did you get it?
Because it came with the reverse lights. It came with extra ditch lights in the back. And 2 tow hooks.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, this is good too, hey?
Well, that's the same one you have.
Back at Rennie. This is my 3rd time on this trail, and this time everything feels different. A few months ago, this place could have been minus 30 degrees Celsius. Today, it feels like spring finally showed up. Trent is in his wild track, and I'm in my new 2025 Badland Sasquatch, aka Skeletor. We are looking for an excuse to use our new winches. Right away, you can tell the trail is in that awkward in-between stage. Winter's not fully gone, spring's not fully here. The snow is melting, the ground is waking up, and every section looks just a little different than the last time.
Oh, we're going to test out the PPF already.
Right at the start of the trail, we encountered the local gatekeeper. A steep rock climb that doesn't look like much until it's wet, or worse, icy, and still holding on to winter. In the summer, it's straightforward. Today, not so much. I lined up first and took it slow, nice and controlled, letting the tires work. Time to use the winch?
Yep.
You got a winch for a reason.
Yeah, I'm really stuck.
You are lucky that you didn't break your glass.
Like, look at that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to wrench this. There's 4 low and lockers.
4 low and lockers, and it's slippery. You are so lucky you didn't break your glass.
So, I'm going to wrench to that tree.
Yeah, that's a sturdy one.
Okay, I can't get to my shit though.
What do you need?
Okay, I need something to go around the tree.
Yeah, I got a tree saver. I'll bring my stuff.
Oh shit. Guess what? My winch cable's back there. Yeah, my winch cable's back there.
Getting into Rennie is fun in the summertime, but it's slippery in the winter. It's not even winter, it's April, mid-April. It's going to be plus 11 today. It's going to be gorgeous. It already is gorgeous. It's sunny out. I love being in Canada. Pull! Pull! Pull harder!
If I can get some grip. Once I get up high enough, I should be able to have my back wheels there.
Yeah.
Will give me enough grip to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
You slipping and sliding?
Yeah, I'm something. Whoa. Okay, this is just a sketch, man.
So Trent's got a new winch with a steel cable. Oh, hold on. Just go slow. Let the winch do most of the work. That way you're not jerking the tree. And we don't want the steel cable to come out of the snatch block.
You know what? Not bad for this Princess Auto winch, man. That's it.
A bit of a bend, hey?
Yeah.
You are so freaking lucky.
That can get replaced.
I've actually got a couple purple ones if you want a purple one.
Oh, wow. I'll rock a purple one.
I had to glue the arm back on because I crashed it last time. Here's hoping it'll fly. There were tracks from the previous weekend, so we knew people had already been out here. But even then, the conditions were strange. Some spots that are usually full of water were drier than normal, and some of the places that are normally dry had shallow puddles from the snowmelt. Not a lot of mud, not a lot of standing water, just enough change to keep things interesting. Coming back here for a third time really puts things in perspective. The last 2 times I ran Rennie, I was in my 2022 Bronco Big Ben, no Sasquatch package, no lockers, smaller 32-inch tires, and on this trail that made a difference. A big difference. This time I'm back in Skeletor. Badlands, Sasquatch, factory lockers, 35s, more clearance, more capability. And on a trail like Rennie, that changes the whole feel of the drive. Even the lines I used to think about before, I barely noticed this time. Places that used to make me slow down and really measure everything out now just felt manageable. Not easy, but easier than before. And that's what made this run so satisfying. Same trail, same terrain, completely different. Most of this run was just the kind of driving I love. Big views from the drone, the Broncos working their way through the rock, a little bit of snow left in the bush, and that mix of confidence and caution you always need out here. Because even then, when it looks calm, it still has a way of reminding you not to get lazy. Last time I got lazy, and it wasn't very good. This trail never really drives the same twice. Someone cut an alternate path around a previous S-shaped obstacle with fallen trees blocking the original route. That was a bit disappointing, but I wasn't about to start recutting trails. We only had so much time. This is the side of the day you don't always think about when you picture off-roading. Not the obstacles, not the winching, not the lines through the rocks, just a quiet moment in the snow. Trent, his puppy, the Broncos in the background, and that feeling that, for a minute, everything is exactly where it should be. That's a big part of why I love these trips. It's not just the challenges, it's the moments in between.
I desperately need new tires.
How many kilometers? You got like 80,000 kilometers on it?
52. At least 10 off-roading. Okay, maybe not that much, but hey. I do believe this curve was a bit easier for you in your other Bronco.
Yeah, for sure. I put my left, like my driver's tire on that rock to go over it, and then it gave me the pivot. Okay, good.
We've all made it through here before, so.
Exactly, it's doable.
Eventually, we made our way towards the natural causeway known as the Beaver Dam. And that's usually one of those spots where you stop and take a proper look before committing. Because past this point, the trail has a way of getting pretty serious. The first time I came through here, I needed to use the winch to get up that steep rock climb. So, in the back of my mind, I already knew what was waiting beyond the dam. If we could get there. Well, we made it to the Beaver Dam, and no, dude! You don't want to go see that?
No, dude, look.
The snow drifts.
Look.
Yeah, that's a snow drift.
We ain't getting through there.
I don't want to get stuck in that.
No. That's 100% stuck.
And there's nothing to winch onto, and there's each other. Yeah, to pull yourself backwards.
Wow, no.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Like, I know there's.
Maybe try.
Yeah, this is like 4 feet deep. It's packed. You can get a quad through here, maybe. I don't want to. Woo! Yeah, it's deep. Yeah. Oh, I hate the snow. Whew. Well, this is as far as we're going to make it, but this is as far as I wanted to make it. It's midday. Still got to get back to the highway, air up. Yeah, we're turning around. This drift is too tall, too angled. I'd be worried about sliding down there into the water. This time, the trail had other plans. The Beaver Dam itself wasn't the real problem. It was the snow, deep enough to shut down the whole thing. We came here to wheel, we came here to test the Broncos, but we are not going to bury them for no reason. So that was the call. Turn around, no big heroic moment, no unnecessary risk, just accepting what the trail was giving us that day. Sometimes the win is knowing when the line ends. Still, even without making it past the Beaver Dam, this trip told me a lot. It showed me how much easier this trail feels in Skeletor than it ever did in my old Big Bend. And even though we didn't get to the section where I winched up on my first trip, just getting back here with the right setup felt like progress. That's kind of the deal with this place. You never really finish it. You just come back a little better prepared each time. So this one wasn't about conquering Rennie, it was about returning to it. Seeing it in a different season, in a different truck, and realizing how much can change even when the trail sort of stays the same.
I don't know which way to go, left or right. I might end up honking my horn a bit, just so that whoever's shooting knows that there's some people driving out here.
Makes sense. Good idea.
We can hear gunshots in the distance the closer we get to the highway. So I don't know where they are or where they're aiming. And they might not know we're out here, so I'm just going to give the car a couple honks to kind of say, hey, we're out here.
I sure hope we don't get a stray bullet.
Yep, I hope we don't get a stray bullet either. It sounds like it's coming out over there. So we should be safe. This is a very known trail, so if you're out here shooting, you know that there's going to be trucks in the bush, especially on a Saturday when the weather's this nice. So Trent and I are on the way out. We are at the gatekeeper. The hardest part about getting in, that's where we had some challenges, eh?
Hope there's no challenges with me.
Oh
yeah, I mean, you know what?
So we want to get between the rock and the tree, and the tree is what I'm worried about us sliding into.
You know, I can understand why they've never cut the tree down. It just makes it more challenging for sure, but...
Yeah. There's no reason to cut it down. It's there. If you cut it down, then it's no fun.
I know that. I'm all aware of that.
I'm only cutting it down if I'm a beaver and I need some wood. All right, we got this.
Yeah.
Slide. If we have to slide anywhere, slide to the right. Slide uphill, not downhill.
Okay. Let's hope we miss a tree. Okay, Abby, you gotta stay right there. I know you're a little nervous. I'm nervous too. One more obstacle and we're home free. I have enough traction on this side. Grip.
On the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, enough not to slide, eh?
Yeah, enough to keep you... I mean, I don't feel much better, but... No, come more to your left. No. You gotta come more to your left. Oh. Perfect. Now straighten out a bit. Straighten out. You're good. A little bit of gas. You're good. Okay, that made me nervous at first. You were going sideways. I told you, stay left.
Stay left.
You went right.
I didn't go wrong.
You can hear shooting. Hopefully we don't get shot. Doo-da.
If you enjoyed this adventure, then subscribe and check out the next video. And I banged up the license plate already. It's still there, that's what counts.